in the last 5 years, people have been traveling all over the world, and they have been, whenever they travel, they have to eat in different places. So their food knowledge has increased a lot over the years, and they have tried out different cuisines from different parts of the world. In work, what we have tried to do is that we traditionally, our Indian food is a communal type of food wherein we eat from the curry bowls and we share our food. Whereas if you see in most part of the world, the food is a plated food. So work as a medium, what we have tried to do is introduce the Indian cuisine to the different parts of the world through a medium wherein we can plate our food and then give to a guest without compromising on the flavors of the food that we have. That is where work comes in. We do it very artistically, very beautifully presented, that how you see when you travel abroad. But at the same time, the flavors are all Indian. If you keep, innovation is always been a state of mind wherein you can try and introduce different things. But there are limitations to it. If we stick towards to the flavors of the food that is there and authenticity, the recipes that are there, then those are the boundaries that we need to live in, rather than trying to combine different dishes from different parts of the world. For example, you may find a pasta with a curry sauce. I will not call it as an innovation. So I will call as a fusion. So there is a difference between the fusion of food, especially Indian food, and the innovation that we do, wherein we do present in a very beautiful manner. Quality and consistency starts from the farmers, the vendors, the people whom I interact with, all the vendors, the people who supply me with fresh seafood, the fresh meats that come from different parts. We try and see that we get all the ingredients which adhere to the norms that are there laid down by the Government of India. We as a hotel follow a norm which is the FSSAI food safety regulations that we follow, and we have adopted that principle, that is ISO 22K, which helps us to maintain the standard of the food in terms of the quality as well as the hygiene of that food. So that there is a parameter, that's a norm that we have adopted, and it is inculcated, and we follow that in different kitchens. I do believe that is a trend, because we live in a very stressful life, and when we travel abroad, we definitely try different things, but there are times wherein the food that we have may have items which are not good for your health. So hence there is every reason that we would try and get our food that we make over here, at least in work what we do, is try and get food that is there, which has carbon footprints that are there, which are much reduced. We try and get things which are in the raw state and not in a processed state, and we do all the basic cooking and everything. See, designing a menu, the first and basic is that your audience, the guest, your customer, who are the people who do you like to, give your food, one. Secondly, the menu has to be seasonal. Menu has to have dishes or ingredients which are available during that part of the season. Menu should also have items which are very colorful, flavorful, have different textures, and also appeal to the general mass of that particular region. So that are the basic things that we need to take care of. Absolutely, it is very true. I also believe that you feast with your eyes first and then you eat your food. So your food has to be visually very presentable, which will help you, or rather it excites you and it helps you to enjoy your food and give you a holistic experience, a dining experience, which is beyond what you have if the food is not presentable to you. So definitely yes, plate presentation is very important. Indian food, yes, compared to European food, Indian food has a lots of different, they use a lot of different aromatic herbs, spices, and Indian food also has intrinsic, there are certain ingredients which are very healthy, which is health. For example, turmeric, ginger, cardamom, whatever spices that we use, they have a lot of medicinal and herbal values also. Indian food also has, it doesn't stick to only one flavor. It has an explosion of different flavors in it. So, and the type of spices that we use, it enhances the dish and makes it, it has sour, it has spiciness, it has sweetness. So there are different elements involved in Indian food. So whereas in European food, it has its own definite taste, which doesn't incorporate everything. So there is a basic difference. With respect to Indian cuisine, yes. What I can think of offhand is the beetroot. Beetroot is a vegetable which is most underutilized in Indian food. It has enough of vitamins, it has minerals in it, but it gives you color to your food. It gives you the fiber to your food that you have, and you can make different dishes out of it. You can have a starter, you can have your vegetables made out of it, you have raita made out of the beetroot, and salads are made out of beetroot. So beetroot is something which I think we can explore in Indian food and do wonders with it. With whatever interactions which we had with the heads of the state, one thing was always apparent, and which is common, that they would love to try Indian food. Indian food is very popular abroad. So whenever you have the heads of the state, they definitely try to try our cuisine, and they would love to have the food. One thing that is there, yes, we need to adjust to the spice level, which they're not used to the typical spice of Indian food. So maybe there is some compromise that we do when we give our Indian food to the heads of the state. So, but it is, and every time I have always had a positive response. So it's something which they are very surprised, and especially when we serve the type of food that we serve in work, it is something that they don't expect. So that's very encouraging. Work has been the brainchild of my corporate chef and me. We, from last 5-6 years, we have been trying to, visualize how we will give our Indian food and present it in a very interesting manner. Again, as we speak, we have seen that there are different trends that are there. We thought that this is a challenge, that we will present our Indian food to the whole world in a manner which the world sees it, that is through plate presentation, through artistically doing your food without compromising on the flavors of the food that we have. Hence, in work you will see that even if when we serve a biryani, we have developed and patented a glass bowl wherein you can see the layers of the biryani that is served. So it's very visually appealing. We have another a very nice dish which is called the mattaban ka meat. Again, it's so popular. Mattaban is in every household, you will have this. but we have incorporated that in cooking our meat in that with tanginess and spiciness in the food. So what we have done in work is we have taken different elements of local food, home food, and tried to put it in the plate and present it to our guests in a manner which will really wow them and surprise them. And that is what I feel that we had tried and we have successfully done. Work is different from other Indian restaurants is that we don't usually serve seekh kebab or chicken tikka, which you'll get everywhere. But we have gone beyond that and we have started giving, we have the kebabs and the galotis together. We have done combinations of textures, we have done combinations of flavors, in one plate itself. And we have given a different dimension to the Indian food. That is what work is all about.